Welcome
What's going
to
on?
the book club talking that we're talking about this time is Elder Race by Adrian Tchaikovsky, also known as Addy T.
Addy T, baby. That's what we call him. That's what his friends call him.
Yeah, and we're obviously his friends. We know him super well,
Yep.
obviously.
We're here with hot takes and great nicknames. That's why you join us.
That's the hook. That's the hook.
That's the
That's why you guys.
yeah.
All right, so Elder Race is the story of Nyr Ilum Tetovich, who is an anthropologist from Earth, and Earth is very far technologically advanced and populated the stars with colonies, had an internal collapse, rose again, and Nyr is one of the anthropologists that
Study of ants.
I think that's an anthropologist.
Close enough.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Oh
Our
my.
fans also come here for the bad jokes.
They're the best bad jokes you can find on the internet,
Yeah.
probably. He's an anthropologist. He is there to study the colonies that have evolved, and he was there with his whole team. Earth fell again, like it does.
As
His
we do.
team, as we do. It's a common occurrence, probably. Another one happening soon, allegedly, in our timeline. I think we're in the most sarcastic timeline, but that's my
I hope
the
so.
mo yeah. I'll probably cut that. Oh yeah, so his whole team left. They're gone, and he's waiting for them to come back for him. It's been a long time, and the last time that he was awake was 300 years ago, 291 to be exact. He has Lynesse, who is the great granddaughter of a queen, who is the
Of
last
Queen.
person to ask Nyr. That's how I pronounce it. How do you pronounce it?
Near. Yep.
Okay. To help with a wizard because someone found some like colonial technology and started using it to dominate the world. This is a kind of fun and interesting story because the line between what is science fiction and what's magic is completely blurred. And I think it's actually really fun. So everything that Nyr does, you see it from a science fiction kind of point of view, and everything that Nyr does that Lynn sees, she sees it as complete magic, which I think is exciting. But a new wizard or scientist has risen up and started pushing people out of the forest, and Lynn went to go wake up Nyr and ask him for his help. She calls him Nirgoth the Elder.
Yes. Great name. Classic name. And yeah, Lynn needs help taking care of this demon problem that she has, and Nier's somewhat interested, but he feels like it's beneath him. He's like, I'll check it out. Like, we'll see. I'm not supposed to get involved. I think it's like Star Trek that has like the primal directive or prime directive, where it's like, don't interfere with life. And he's like, well, I'm not supposed to interfere, but he's bored. Nier's also super depressed. He's a sad boy.
I
Um,
also like that for his Prime Directive. One of his things is like, well, I don't even know if those people exist who made the Prime Directive anymore, so who's going to
yeah,
enforce it?
exactly. He was banded. He is on and off Xanax, I think. He has that like system in his head that like turns off his emotions.
It's the dissonance cognitive system,
Yeah, which is kind of
the
cool.
DCS for short.
DCS. I kind of like how he's like, oh, I'm feeling like there's a spike of joy here. Interesting. And he's like looks at it like all rationally, and he's like, oh, I'm feeling panicked and fear.
I like how at certain points he's like, yeah, if I took the DCS right now, I would be so overcome with sadness that I wouldn't be able to do anything. So I have to keep this on right now because everyone I know is gone.
Yeah, he kind of just needs a hug or a quest. I feel like a good quest gets people, perked up.
Quests cure depression. You
Quest,
you heard it here first.
you heard it here first. I mean, look at all those hobbits. Actually, they had a pretty good life before the quest.
They had a great life before the
They
quest.
just
Just
lived in holes and partied and ate food and drank drinks.
You can drink your fancy beers. You can drink them by the flagon.
But yeah, this is my first time ever reading Addie T here.
Old Adrian Tchaikovsky. Yeah, it's my
Adrian
first time too.
Tchaikovsky. I've heard a lot of good things, and I think you're the one that found this series, this book, it's not a series, as like a good entry point into his
Hmm.
writing. And yeah, it's definitely really unique. I think was it Asimov that has like the line that's like all magic is just technology we don't understand yet, something like that.
Oh, I don't know, but that's a great line.
Yeah,
Um,
I think that's Asimov. I could be wrong there, but that's kind of like what this whole like book was built around. Like what you were saying, like when we're in Lynn's POV, she's seeing everything like they get attacked on the road, and she's calling this thing like a demon. And when she's describing it, like we the readers know she's like it's metallic skin, like deflected our arrows. And I was like, it's a robot. Like this is like
yeah.
it's not even. And then Nyr, we switch over to his POV after the crisis is averted. He's like, oh yeah, it was just a mining drone. Wasn't even trying to attack us, but like it was coming at me and they were in the
It,
way.
it sensed my radio or whatever. It's
Yeah,
the way I look at this is near explaining technology to Lynn and Isha. And Isha's we didn't really go over Isha, but she's Lynn's companion who is kind of like a spy for the kingdom. Near is explaining technology to Lynn and Isha, kind of like I explain Wi-Fi to my parents.
yeah. There's definitely a language disconnect. And that's actually my favorite part of the book so far.
Same.
Nier has an auto translator to kind of, bring his modern day or future Earth language common, galactic common
Hmm.
into like what these primitives would understand. But it twists his words to make them sound all wizard like. So he'll
I
be
have these
like,
talismans that the beast
yeah.
was attracted to. It shouldn't bother us anymore.
So Lynn will hear something like Lynn will be talking to Nier after like the robot attacked, and Nier will tell Lynn, oh, I just cast wards to get the demon away. And then we switch over to Nier's perspective, and he's like, oh yeah, I just had to like give it some new like processing commands. I had to requeue its priority tasks, and like that's what he's saying, but like that's not what Lynn's saying. It's just that's my favorite part of the book so far. I think it's really cool. It's fun to
Yeah,
try and decipher what he's saying, like from Lynn's point of view.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with that.
I also Nier is also a foot taller than everybody else and has horns. That cracks me up. And the horns he is able to use to communicate to different technologies, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, I don't know how you pictured it. In my head, like I know you called them horns, but like I'm picturing Yondu from Guardians of the Galaxy, but instead of like the single metal
Oh,
afro, I'm picturing like
sure.
four of them because they're not like real horns, right? He doesn't have like ram's horns on his head, right? Or maybe he does.
I thought he straight up had ram's horns on his head. I looked up some fan art and they have him kind of looking like a satyr almost.
Interesting. Okay, I thought they were
Well, the
just like
head.
I thought there was like some technology. I just figured it was like a Yondu-esque thing where he's like, oh, like that's probably connected. I don't know. That's how we maybe that's what you use Siri for in the future. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with you. That could be the truth. I don't know. Going through it, yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with this. The mining bot was such a funny scene. I was cracking up when it got to his perspective because for me, I'm kind of reading it from Lynn is almost like a fantasy, like a high fantasy perspective where she's like, oh, we need the mage's help. This is so like
Yeah.
everything is so crazy. There are demons everywhere. Like the evil wizard in the forest is gonna kill us. And then it switches to Nier's perspective and it's like, yeah, I just had to reprogram the drone real quick. It was no big deal. And they probably just found some colonial tech that someone's abusing like they did 200 years, 300 years ago when I was last awake. So it's probably no big deal. It's just kind of funny to me.
He like also casually mentioned when he was attacked in the tavern that he's accidentally sent a command to like the satellite above to I'm picturing like the Helldiver's laser beam that just
Yeah, just like
eradicates the whole thing.
nuking it.
And he's just like, oh, he's like, I almost just like killed us all. Like, thank God there was not a satellite directly overhead. He's like, cancel command.
It's just like Hammer of Dawn. Like,
That's what I was picturing. Thor comes down like just like a whole beam. Um,
yeah.
but Nope, he just went with the classic, a little fire, a little radiation. It's just like, yeah, don't go into that building for like 7 days. It's radioactive now.
That cracked me up where he's like, I accidentally, I wish I was a little bit more awake when they attacked me because I would have done way less lethal things. And he's like, hey, now you probably also won't be able to have kids and you might have some other issues like popping up.
They're like, do you want us to punish them for attacking you? And he's like, I did enough. He's like, let these poor men go.
He's like, I think I kind of did a little bit of overkill, probably
Yeah,
way too much. That cracked me up. I This is a funny book. It's dark and it's dry, but it's funny.
it is. And the pacing is really fast, which I obviously it's a short book, so it's like expected.
I think it's
Um,
technically a novella.
yeah, I mean it's what, 210 pages around that area, so yeah, I think it's
I think it's 199 or something.
oh wow. Yeah.
It also depends on what copy you have because I have it on Kindle. I have it on ebook.
Yeah, ours is a
And
few pages off. I think when your chapters, like you were supposed to read to page 63, our
yeah.
chapter didn't end until 65.
Yeah. So,
That's
I
when you
mean,
have
I
to.
think the best way to do it is chapters like 1 to 6. That also, I really like the art for the book. You want to show it
Yeah,
again?
yeah, I do.
Yeah, I think that's so sick. I really enjoy the art.
Yeah, no, it's really a good cover.
Nyr is just a sad boy. I do feel so bad for him when he first woke up and saw Lynn and he thought she was her great
Yeah,
grandmother or whatever. And he was like, "Oh, you're back! Like this is so great!" And then she was like, "Oh, that's actually my great grandmother. She's been dead forever." And he was just like, "Oh,
yeah, she's dust
right,
basically. He's like, oh yeah,
yeah,
good sleeping.
oh right." And he says like he almost left everything to go be with her, so he was clearly in love with her. So
Yeah,
I mean, that's got to be so jarring that everybody that you love and care about, it kind of gives me a new perspective on like immortality and how that would just be absolutely awful. If you're immortal and everyone else around you isn't, you just get to slowly watch all your favorite people die over and over and over again. That's kind of
yeah,
hell if you think about it.
yeah. No, it's. But I just went through another sci-fi series that reminds me of this a little bit into the Bobaverse. I think I put that in our other group chat. It's like an Audible exclusive, but it's about a scientist who gets turned into a space probe and gets sent off to space.
Oh my
And like
gosh.
gets a 3D printer, he gets everything he needs. He can clone himself, replicate, and he like it covers like centuries. It's some of his it's cool. You follow like, each different clone, but some of them like get really attached. So they'll find like aliens. They'll study them for like a century. They'll get involved. They'll care for them, and then people die, and they have to deal with like being immortal. Like so, like I was prepared for this. Like near very much reminds me of one of the Bobaverse characters, where it's like outliving everyone by himself, surrounded by a primitive race. I'm like, oh, okay, like this is familiar ground for me. It's just funny that I read both of those stories so close together without
I'm
knowing.
so I don't watch a ton of TV anymore, as you know, because I'm always busy.
Busy.
But my wife and I are watching Free Run Beyond Journey's End.
Oh, yeah. You said it was good?
Oh, we're having a great time with it. But one of the main themes is she's an elf, so she lives for thousands of years. And she's kind of going through how her party of adventurers are pretty much dead now. And this is like
Yeah.
80 years later from their adventure, and she's just reliving their adventures, like going through it. And it's very sad, and she's trying to like kind of deal with her emotions. I think it's very good, but
It's one of the
it's
most
very reminiscent.
popular animes in the last like couple of years. It's on my list.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Who do you think the wizard is? Like, or what the wizard's doing? Like, do you have any theories about there?
Yeah, so I was gonna bring that. Glad you brought that up because I've been dying to talk about it. No, I think it's another scientist,
Okay.
or I think it's another scientist or someone from Earth is doing a third. Earth rose up again to another space age and is doing a third colony checking out, but this time they don't have a prime directive to not interfere. Or or it could be someone very similar to Nyr's situation where within the 300 years of him being asleep, another ship could have come,
Yeah.
in the last 100 years or so, and they've just been alone, and they were like, you know what? I'm God Emperor of this planet now.
Yeah, I fully agree with your theories. I'm like picturing another scientist. My guess, I mean, a third of the way through, is just for like Nyr's character arc. This other demon guy, wizard guy, will probably be a means of escape for him, or at least like having some like companionship with someone who like actually knows what Nyr's going through, but he'll have to choose to
Mm.
save Lynn and her people over this possible, escape or like he'll have to like kill them and
Yeah.
get himself stuck still on this planet. But I that's where I'm guessing is going for his character.
If anybody needs a happy ending, it's our guy Nyr. He is so sad.
He's sad. Someone has to get him like a,
He needs a
a
hug.
Game Boy or a PlayStation something so he can just kill some time without just sleeping the day away.
I like how when they were describing enemies and he's describing clinical depression to Lynn,
Yes. Yep.
he's like, it's just always at my back, always creeping and clawing, and it's just always there. Like the auto translator is translating it to like this super demonic thing, and Lynn's like, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
I hope I don't have to deal with anything like that ever. That sounds so scary, and it's like, it is.
No, I laughed a lot during that part. So I'm reading it. I'm going like this guy's depressed. Like he's talking about like depression. And then
Yeah,
it switched to his perspective, and like within the first paragraph, he's like, yeah, but like DCS will tell me I'm clinically depressed. I'm like, oh, okay, like that is what he's saying.
yeah.
I was like, that's so funny.
Oh, it's really good. Yeah, so I really am enamored with this take on like mage versus scientist, where it's like, oh hey, like everyone thinks I'm near Goth the Elder, but I'm just near the anthropologist, and I just
Yeah,
know how to read.
just
It's
near the
like
nerd.
it's like having a basic understanding of IT systems and going to someone who's IT illiterate, and they're like, oh my gosh, like you're you're a wizard. It's like, well,
Yeah,
I just
it'd
kind
be
of
like
turned it
us,
off and turned it on and clicked around a little bit
it'd be like us going back in time with a fully functioning, fully charged iPhone.
with cell towers.
Yeah, so just assume it works. Just assume it works.
Yeah,
But you have to go back in
yeah.
time and be like, you guys don't have like GPS. Like this is where we are.
Okay, so the other thing that I like is that he thought he was going to be so fashionable. Yeah, I got this
Oh,
printed out to match all the
yeah.
locals. I thought I was going to be super fashionable. And the first thing Lynn says is like, he is dressed so weird and it's just not good. And he thought that the hood was going to hide his horns, but it just like, yeah, I'm picturing it looking like this, like just
Yeah.
sticking up with the hood. And,
Yep, that's what I was picturing too. Like the what's it, the Spaceball movies with like the Star Wars one with a huge helmet. That's what I was
yeah,
picturing. Oh, near.
I was cracking up and he's like, well, you know, I might as well just take off the horns.
Yeah, just man was so worried
Or
about
take off, not the
fashion.
horns, the hood.
The
Take off
hood.
the hood.
He was like so worried about fashion. I'm like, you're like a foot and a half taller than everyone, and you have
With
horns.
horns.
I'm like, what? Like, you're not blending in at this point. Like, just rock
No.
what you got. Go comfy.
Yeah, just rock your sweatpants, bro.
Yeah, this is a sweatpants and sweatshirt outing, man, for you. Like this.
Oh, I also, the other thing that I really like is that Lynn thinks he's archaic. She's like, he doesn't understand the point of a fire. And he has his own self-heating system.
Yeah,
So it's just like, wow, like this guy really sticks to the old ways. And he's so far in the future that she just can't even comprehend. It's so funny.
yeah. No, it's really good so far. I'm excited to see like what the next 70 pages does. I think that kind of does
I
it for
think that's
me.
all I
Any
got from my notes. Yeah.
awesome. Well, guess we'll see everyone back next. We are going to page number 64 to 135 next week. We would give you the chapters, but my book copy doesn't have chapters. They just have near or Lynn, near or Lynn. But we're coming up to 135 next Thursday. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. All right. Bye, everybody.